Great job here by the Wildcats finding these open looks. Just cannot seem to hit these shots. Hopefully we'll be able to find something here. And the ball slips out of Thomas's hands.
Favorite checks back into the game for Cam Avery.
Franklin back in for the Wildcats.
What you like to see here is Wildcats really try to take their time and do things more methodically than they have been doing. Pushing the pace has not been working in these last few possessions, causing turnovers.
Favorite finds Epps in the post, makes a move, and draws the foul. I wonder if the Wildcats are going to target number 3 for the Chargers here, West Favorite. Clear size disadvantage here, only 5'9" compared to the rest of the lineups, all coming in at over 6 feet. Max Tingle checking in for Scott Smith here. Second shot, friendly bounce. Conrad immediately trapped as Verrett tries to get it to Franklin, but it's intercepted by the Chargers. Jump shot off. Conrad, head full of steam, loses control.
Hit off the elbow of Landon Epps. Central retains possession. JT comes back into the game for Kedrick.
Real bummer there. Wildcats couldn't get anything out of that play. That's when they thrive, in these fast-paced, fast breaks. Don't give your opponent much time to think on defense. And Garner with the easy layup to bring this game to a 1-point Wildcat lead. Womack, wow, what a find. Thomas couldn't get it to go.
Wildcats seemingly out of control right now, just causing too many turnovers. Landon Epps down in the post on Verrett. He likes the size mismatch, doesn't get it, grabs his own rebound. That's off and no good.
Less than a minute remaining here. Clock is winding down. Wildcats looking for anything in the paint. Conrad manages to keep the ball. Tingle, floater, it's good.
That was a nice jab set by Tingle, created a lot of space on that baseline.
Tingle really showing off his skills so far in this game. On Favorite, like a glove, not letting him go anywhere. And William Nelson had everybody jumping. You'd think the floor was a trampoline. Great play by Nelson. Has the chance with this and one to tie the game with 20 seconds remaining in the first. Hopefully the stereotype of big man can't shoot free throws stays true. And it does. So Wildcats still keep the lead here. Wonder if they're going to be looking for a last shot opportunity. Womack trapped. Tingle gets the ball. Is getting mauled by the Chargers here.
The referee finally calls jump ball with 4.3 seconds left on the shot clock, and the possession arrow does go to Madison Prep. So they will have the last shot of this quarter.
Got to guard the three-point line here. Can't let them get any open shots from there. 4.3 seconds doesn't really give you enough time to get into the paint. There goes the three, and it's off. That's the end of the first quarter. Wildcats lead over the Madison Prep Chargers 14-13. We will be back after this short break.
I'm Christy Barker. I teach at Central Intermediate School. As the librarian at Central Intermediate, I've been able to inspire not only our students but our staff with the programming we do. Our staff gets involved with the Million Word Challenge and the 40 Book Challenge and Battle of the Books. It's our first year we're doing a Battle of the Books. So it's important that our students see our teachers as reader leaders, and that the community itself is attaching themselves to this love of reading, and it's going to trickle down into the kids and hopefully build a love and a joy for reading. Having the opportunity to reach our students and reach our staff and our community, and everyone embraces this love of learning, this love of literacy, that truly is the coolest thing about teaching in Central.
My name is Casey Basso. I teach at Tanglewood Elementary. I'm a first grade math, science, and social studies teacher. This is my 16th year teaching and in the district. My favorite thing about teaching first grade is just the kids who are in class, and when we're doing something and they get excited, they ask me, can we have a challenge? I want a challenge. I want to know more, and which I think is so cool for first graders, and I tell people.
And we are back for the start of the second half here. Wildcats lead 14 to the Madison Prep Chargers 13. And this Madison Prep defense was not on their best game early on in the first, but have clearly locked in for worse or for better. Stopping Wildcats to only allowing 4 points at the end of that first quarter. Whistles blown. The game clock was set to 7 instead of 8. So we'll be adding an extra minute. So the clock is now at 7:42 to be more accurate.
Madison Prep's defense has really locked in since that early timeout called by them. Really playing that 2-3 zone with their length, able to get into passing lanes, force some turnovers on the Central Wildcats. We have Womack driving into paint, takes the midi. He nails that.
When I look at Womack, I look at somebody like Kevin Durant, a great defensive player, and, man, when he gets the ball in his hands and he gets a chance to shoot, you can almost guarantee it's going in. Tangle tries to draw the charge, just ends up leaving a 3-ball wide open. Thankfully, it's missed as JT gets the rebound here. Keithan didn't go for the shot, gets stolen by the Chargers.
Wildcats Jordan for the steal.
Wildcats just piling up these turnovers after that great first half of the quarter. Thomas with the block as Nelson stepped out of bounds there. Wildcats get the inbounds.
A lot of the Wildcats turnovers are really just mental mistakes. Yes, Madison Prep is playing great defense on the other end with that 2-3 zone, but a lot of them are just mental mistakes, passing lanes that they know they shouldn't be passing in. JT working that left corner. Conrad with a shot fake.
Has Verrett. Wildcats trying to look to go off these off-ball screens, find men open. Conrad, JT, long three, just off. Verrett plays volleyball and gets it to Conrad. And another mid-range here from Womack. And I got to tell you, that shot is cleaner than a bar of soap.
That's how you attack a 2-3 zone right there. Getting inside the mid-range area, rising up and just shooting right over the center, who's playing that middle area for the 2-3. Verrett's playing excellent defense right now. Travel call. That's Shakai Jordan. Excellent.
Jordan and Conrad felt like dominoes there. But feet move. Doesn't matter if you fall. Doesn't matter if you slip. It's going to be a travel call. Wildcats get a free possession here. Slow ball movement here from the Wildcats. Going in and out of the paint. Find Verrett. Now Womack.
Charging called on Womack. He does not agree with that call whatsoever. Believes the defender was still moving.
Led with his shoulder there. Can't blame the ref for that call. Womack still got a little bit of that football left in him. Garner bringing it up here for the Chargers. Chargers offense has slowed down tremendously here. Only scored 2 points so far in the quarter. Carter White in for the Wildcats.
Kenny Brown gets the nice, favorable bounce. Verrett's wide open in the back of the paint. Wild of a pass. Couldn't control it. Stolen by Madison Prep.
High bounce. Tingle gets the rebound. And I don't know about you, Deshaun, but I wouldn't want to risk taking those long full court passes, trying to find a man even if he is open. Verrett tries to go up, and Nelson just denied him. Another missed shot by the Wildcats. Madison Prep, fast break.
A lot of shots right now for the Wildcats. Seemingly forced. Colin Verrett did not have to go up there. Foul called on, I believe, Conrad. Be 2 shots for Garner.
First free throw's good. Franklin coming in here, replacing Carter White. A lot of minutes from these starters early on. Not a lot of substitutions, something we're not used to seeing with Central on most occasions.
Normally keeping the starters pretty fresh for that fourth quarter run.
Conrad
getting harassed in the backcourt. Finds an escape to Verrett.
Franklin being double teamed in the paint. They're not giving him any room to breathe. Conrad finds JT. A lot of ball movement here from the Wildcats. Just can't seem to get anywhere here that leads to a shot. This ball gets poked out. Tingle able to recover it. Verrett takes the 3, just off, gets his own rebound. Tries to plow his way through. Can't get anything out of it. Ball touched the Chargers player as it rolled out. So Wildcats will keep possession here.
Landon Epps checks into the game for Garner. And Favor checks into the game for Kenny Brown.
3 minutes and 26 seconds remaining on the clock here. Tingle to inbound the ball here.
He finds his way to Colin Verrett. He traveled. Possession will go to the Madison Prep Chargers.
Rookie mistake there by Verrett. Just wasn't counting his steps. Took one too many. Simple travel. Wildcat turnover. Victor Smith in here for the Chargers. And impressive shot by William Nelson Jr. there. Off the side floater. Goes in, no rim needed. Ties this game up 18-18 with about 3 minutes left before this first half ends. Conrad finds JT. Now they have Verrett. Verrett went up and lost it. Madison Prep.
If I'm the Central Wildcats right now, I've got to find a way to stop this run, either with a timeout or, and here it is right here. Score's now 18-20. Madison Prep Chargers with the lead. We'll be back after this break.
My name is Casey Basso. I teach at Tanglewood Elementary. I am a first grade math, science, and social studies teacher. This is my 16th year teaching and in the district. My favorite thing about teaching first grade is just the kids who are in class, and when we're doing something and they get excited, they ask me, can we have a challenge? I want a challenge. I want to know more. And which I think is so cool for first graders. And I tell people all the time that young kids like this, they can rule the world because they just have such good energy for learning and for being in the classroom. And they do. They ask me, I want a challenge. I want something more. And I love that about first graders.
I want to be an astronaut when I grow up. When I was little, I started a YouTube channel with my friends called Scoot Gang, and my favorite ride at
And we are back from break. 2 minutes, 28 seconds remaining. Wildcats in the deficit for the first time this game, 18-20. Thomas almost loses the ball, trying to dribble it between his legs. Manages to find Conrad. Drives in, takes the shot. Waited a second too long there, let the defender contest him. Results in a miss for the Wildcats. And somehow, 11 Victor Smith did not get called for a travel there. Whole crowd went absurd over the missed call. But
Foul called on the floor on Conrad as he was trying to seal off Landon Epps.
Carter White coming in here for Conrad.
A lot of forced shots early on really hurt this team right now.
Great shot there by Nelson Jr., and he has left his mark on this game so far. Wildcats have just not found the answer for him in the paint. And he's putting his defensive matchup in a straitjacket so far in this game. We see it with Verrett not letting him go anywhere.
Standing at about 6'6", that size and wingspan, it is hard for quite literally anybody on Central to get around him.
Carter White takes the three. Good. Carter White from the three-point line. His specialty as the Wildcats cut the Chargers' lead down to 1. Score is 21-22.
Nelson Jr. driving on Verrett.
And just
Verrett,
a force of nature right now.
Just too little right now. With Markel Sampson being out. Kedrick Franklin's being forced to guard Landon Epps, who is slightly taller than William Nelson, but still a mismatch nonetheless, no matter where you place him. Verrett forces the layup, misses it. Rebounded by Epps.
Awkward shot to take there for Carter White. Much taller defender on you. Weird layup, trying to almost cradle it and toss it up with his left hand, just couldn't get it to go. And in all, the Wildcats just need to play smart basketball here. Only 17 seconds left in this first half. So it will be interesting to see what Osborne comes up for in the second half adjustments.
Garner driving on Franklin.
Franklin gets his hand in there, doesn't let him score. Epps goes up.
Jump ball call.
Possession arrow points towards Madison Prep. Get another play here from behind the goal. Find Nelson. Nelson takes the three. It's off.
And Garner just misses the layup at the buzzer, scores 21-24. We'll be back for the second half after this break.
I want to be an astronaut when I grow up. When I was little, I started a YouTube channel with my friends called Scoot Gang, and my favorite ride at Disney is Frozen. Actually, I did start a YouTube channel when I was little. I rode scooters with my friends. It was pretty fun. My favorite ride at Disney World is Frozen. I like the vibe. Unfortunately, I do not want to be an astronaut when I grow up.
I drove my dad's truck around the neighborhood when I was 6. I was in the movie and I dunked in the Smoothie King Arena.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
I'm actually left-handed. I went to Cuba, and I wear the reverse number of my siblings.
I'm Wendy Watts.
And I'm Kendall Wingate.
And we love teaching in Central. Well, we met at Wildcat 101.
Yes, I was so nervous because I didn't know anybody in the district.
I've actually been in Central all my life, but I didn't really know anyone either, but we ended up at the same school.
On the same team.
And
thankfully.
I mean, we've been best friends ever since. I mean, we really connected really quickly.
Teaching is so demanding no matter where you're at, but you want to be somewhere that you love coming to work every day. And Bellingrath is the happiest school on earth because Central is so supportive to us and what we do.
Yeah, they definitely help you grow and give you the skills that you need to be everything you need for your students.
In 7th grade, my brother was a senior. He got me off the bus in a costume, and it got popular from there. And it got attention from Good Morning America, so we were featured on that. I've never been on a plane. Everywhere we've had to go, we've just driven there, so never been able to be on one yet. And the lie was I went to the 2019 National Championship, LSU versus Clemson.
Why do I love teaching at Central? We believe in the power of education to change lives. We're not just a school. We're a community that invests in its students and teachers. Collaboration isn't just encouraged, it's essential. Our main focus is to achieve our shared goals and make a meaningful impact on the world around us. Join us in the Central Community School System, where collaboration and growth are not just ideals, but a foundation of everything that we do. Your future is Central.
I could break dance. I was Michael Myers for Halloween last year. And baseball was the first sport I ever played.
So I did drive my dad's truck around the neighborhood when I was 6. I actually drove in the ditch. I was in the movie called All Styles, and I didn't dunk in the Smoothie King Arena.
I started breakdancing when I was 7 years old. Michael Myers is my favorite Halloween movie, so I was him for Halloween last year. Baseball was the first sport I watched, but it was not the first one I played.
I've been in Jamaica several times. I have the same birthday as one of my teammates. I have 1 cat, 3 dogs.
I was featured on Good Morning America. I went to the LSU National Championship in 2019, and I've never been on a plane.
I've been in Jamaica when I was 12 and 15. I have the same birthday as Jace, and I only have 3 dogs.
Three years ago, my family took me on a trip to Cuba. And in high school, my brother wore 21, and now this year I wear 12. The lie is I actually don't write left-handed.
I'm Christy Barker. I teach at Central Intermediate School. As the librarian at Central Intermediate, I've been able to inspire not only our students, but our staff with the programming we do. Our staff gets involved with the Million Word Challenge and the 40 Book Challenge and Battle of the Books. It's our first year we're doing a Battle of the Books. So it's important that our students see our teachers as reader leaders, and that the community itself is attaching themselves to this love of reading, and it's going to trickle down into the kids and hopefully build a love and a joy for reading. Having the opportunity to reach our students and reach our staff and our community, and everyone embraces this love of learning, this love of literacy, that truly is the coolest thing about teaching in Central.
My name is Casey Basso. I teach at Tanglewood Elementary. I am a first grade math, science, and social studies teacher. This is my 16th year teaching and in the district. My favorite thing about teaching first grade is just the kids who are in class, and when we're doing something and they get excited, they ask me, can we have a challenge? I want a challenge. I want to know more. And which I think is so cool for first graders. And I tell people all the time that young kids like this, they can rule the world because they just have such good energy for learning and for being in the classroom. And they ask me, I want a challenge. I want something more. And I love that about first graders.
I want to be an astronaut when I grow up. When I was little, I started a YouTube channel with my friends called Scoot Gang, and my favorite ride at Disney is Frozen. Actually, I did start a YouTube channel when I was little. I rode scooters with my friends. It was pretty fun. My favorite ride at Disney World is Frozen. I like the vibe. Unfortunately, I do not want to be an astronaut when I grow up.
Welcome back. Start of the second half here. Wildcats down by 3 to Madison Prep. Wildcats have Verrett, Thomas, Franklin, Conrad, and Tingle, the starters, back on the floor. Chargers have Garner, Favorite, Jordan, and Avery, who just stole the ball. Fast break, got the open layup.
A lot of unforced turnovers in that first half from the Wildcats. Really allowed Madison Prep to come back into this game after our strong start.
Just saw there, Tingle lost control. Thankfully, he got it into the direction of Conrad. Conrad finds Verrett open up at the top. A little short. Franklin whips it to Verrett. Thomas takes the 3 now. Off again.
Pushed up by Gardner. Drives in on Max Tingle, the shorter guard. And rebounded by Franklin, but he throws it out of bounds, I believe. But it is off of Madison Prep Chargers.
3-point shooting tonight has been a struggle, to say the least, for both teams. Madison Prep shooting 0% tonight. Wildcats shooting a little bit over 10 on the night. And, yeah, this basketball is just turning into a brick when it leaves the hands of anybody behind the three-point line tonight. Wonder how the coaches are going to adjust the offensive plans as they find Nelson Jr. on the mismatch of a century against Matt Tingle. David versus Goliath, but this time David did not win there.
A lot of unforced turnovers early here. A charging call will be called here on Garner. But you really need the Central Wildcats to slow down and not overthink every decision, causing a lot of unforced turnovers on themselves. A little confusion here, but summary is Wildcats ball.
Franklin goes up, layup off. Fight for the ball here. Madison Prep comes out with it. And laser to Garner, who went in for the dunk. And instead of going into the rim, it went into the stands. So, good thing for the Wildcats, bad thing for Garner. End of the day, a win is a win.
That just shows how much these two teams cannot buy any type of field goal.
Brett has Franklin. Franklin takes the post fade. It's off. Jordan got the rebound there. Madison Prep takes the jump shot. And 5-on-1, Nelson came down with the offensive rebound. Couldn't get the putback to go. Fast break here for JT. Layup off.
A lot of forced mistakes, unforced turnovers. Air ball right there from Nelson Jr., a little bit feeling himself. Conrad goes down the court. He tries to finish. He's fouled by Kenny Brown.
Womack and Smith looking to sub in here for the Wildcats after Conrad's first free throw attempt.
Conrad and Verrett being two of our only really good free throw shooters by percentage, shooting 73% and 66% respectively.
First free throw good here for Conrad as Thomas and Franklin come out. Conrad, second free throw good. Chargers lead by 5 here.
The Wildcats need to be able to create some turnovers and really get out in transition without forcing unforced turnovers. There's
Ball
the turnover
bounces
right
off
there.
Tingle.
Scott Smith has it, gets it to Womack. Womack just loses the ball right there. Slips out of his hands as he tries to go up. Chargers take possession.
That play is about as good as a summary as you can get for how this game has gone for the Wildcats. They get a lot of opportunities, and what should result in a shot and maybe a make just ends up being a turnover.
Hands up defense by Verrett right there. Ref disagrees. They call a blocking foul on him.
Thomas looking to sub back in here for the Wildcats. And Ja'Kai Jordan shooting 2 free throws here for the Chargers. First one rolls out. Tangle coming out here for the Wildcats. And you got to respect the energy Tangle's bringing here. Diving for loose balls, looking for any open passing lanes, working around screens. Stand-up kind of guy you want on the team, both offensively and defensively, as Jordan's second free throw goes in.
Seemingly, though, this game has been really just been about the 50-50 balls in the turnover category. We've lost too many of them, about almost 70% of them it seems like. And foul called on the Wildcats. Chargers take possession. But that 30% of the time that we do win that 50-50 ball in the turnover battle, when it's on the floor and we're diving for it, Max Tingle's always there, diving, looking to get that ball back for the Wildcats. Conrad's trying to play rough defense.
Favorite dumps it into Nelson. Good drive in here for the Chargers.
Wild
Off
layup attempt.
Mosh pit. Wildcats come down with the rebound. Conrad finds JT. Almost loses it. Barrett. Back out. JT loses it this time. Another turnover for the Wildcats. Favorite drives in. Can't get the layup to go. Conrad lost control.
And a timeout taken by Coach Osborne. Doesn't like what he sees. Scores 23-29. We'll be back after this.
I drove my dad's truck around the neighborhood when I was 6. I was in the movie, and I dunked in the Smoothie King Arena.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Back after that timeout from Osborne. 3 minutes and 36 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Wildcats down by 6, 23-29 to the Chargers. And this game has been a battle in the paint on both sides of the court here today. 3 balls not going in. Jump shots are hit or miss. Spotty at best. Thomas misses the floater. Madison Prep has all of the momentum on their side right now. Nelson putting the team on his back tonight, carrying the workload scoring-wise and rebounding-wise, using that height and wingspan. 3 ball here from Madison Prep is off. Whistle blown. Will be a foul on Womack, loose ball. Madison Prep gets the inbounds. Wildcats seem to be losing their composure here late into the third. A lot of unnecessary turnovers, unnecessary fouls. As that pass was going nowhere. Wildcats take it. Conrad tried to get it into either Smith or Franklin, but just bounced it off the defender out of bounds.
Tried to get a little bit too fancy there. I saw the no look coming.
Yeah, when you're down by 5, as Franklin slams it in. Cuts the lead down to 4. Great find on the inbounds. Franklin gets this crowd going again.
That's what we need more of. Kedrick Franklin being aggressive offensively.
Conrad trying to guard Garner. And Nelson took the 3. Was looking for a foul. They have Thomas. Makes a move. Layup good. 1 possession game. 27-29. Wildcats on a great run here.
And deflected by Scott Smith. Some energy back in this building. Landon Epps drawing. He draws the foul. It's going to be on Scott.
Two free throws here for Epps. Not what you need right now if you're a fan of the Central Wildcats. Went on this great run. Now the Chargers have a chance at 2 free points. And they still definitely hold a little bit of the momentum here. Although this Wildcat crowd is getting very active compared to the start of this third quarter.
Couple possessions leading in scores bring some hope back into this crowd. It's exactly what we needed.
Second free throw bounces in. Ja'Kai Jordan checking back in here for Madison Prep. Conrad finds Womack, gets it to Franklin.
Yeah, charging call called on Franklin.
Coach likes the aggression here from Franklin. Can't blame him. Gets the crowd going, gets the team fired up. You need whatever you can get at this point. Third quarter coming to a close, only 1:35 remaining.
Honestly, a low-scoring bout. Lower than what we're used to. Out of bounds called on Verrett as he had the hand on his ball as he was out of bounds. Chargers stay in possession.
Franklin looks like he's playing safety, contesting that inbounds. Chargers have to bring it back up to the top. Nelson has Franklin on him. Favorite misses the 3. Offensive rebound for Madison Prep. Another one, this time Nelson. Putbacks off. Wildcats 3-on-1 fast break. Thomas, open layup. The life is back in this building. Wildcats have cut the lead down to 1, 29-30. Clock winding down. Only about 30 seconds to go in this third quarter. Madison Prep has lost all of their momentum that they had. His favorite gets trapped.
Garner finds and an and one call right there for Ja'Kai Jordan. That was a nice, strong layup after the foul on Keithan Womack. Brings their lead back up to 3 with the chance to make it a 2-possession game.
Tingle coming in for Womack. First shot here for Ja'Kai Gordon. It's off. No and one today. Thomas, 10 seconds left. Trying to get a play. Thomas has Franklin. Franklin takes the 3. Just off.
And that's rebounded at the end of the third quarter. Scores 29-32. We'll be back for this fourth quarter after this break.
I'm actually left-handed. I went to Cuba, and I wear the reverse number of my siblings.
I'm Wendy Watts.
And I'm Kendall Wingate.
And we love teaching in Central. Well, we met at Wildcat 101.
Yes, I was so nervous because I didn't know anybody in the district.
I've actually been in Central all my life, but I didn't really know anyone either, but we ended up at the same school.
On the same team.
And
thankfully.
I mean, we've been best friends ever since. I mean, we really connected really quickly.
Teaching is so demanding no matter where you're at, but you want to be somewhere that you love coming to work every day. And Bellingrath is the happiest school on earth because Central is so supportive to us and what we do.
Yeah, they definitely help you grow and give you the skills that you need to be everything you need for your students.
In 7th grade, my brother was a senior. He got me off the bus.
And we are back. Fourth and final quarter. Wildcats down by 3. Defensive battle here, only 29 to 32. Madison Prep shooting worse than the Wildcats this game, but free throws making a difference along with the turnovers. Wildcats losing the turnover battle here by a lot. Definitely need to manage these turnovers, keep things under control, get the offense rolling. And I don't see a way the Wildcats lose if they can just fix it up for this last quarter. Near turnover here for the Chargers. And layup is off from Nelson.
Tingle diving to get that steal there. Just couldn't grab it in time. It's going to be 2 shots for Ja'Kai Jordan right here.
First free throw good. Puts it up to a 2-possession lead for the Chargers. Second free throw is also good. Conrad blowing by favorite, drives in, has Franklin open.
And he's fouled right there by Kenny Brown. They did not want him potentially getting an and one call.
Franklin shooting 49% from the line this season. Getting to the line about 4 times a game. Gets that free throw to go. Wildcats need this next free throw in here. Make it a 3-point deficit. Franklin delivers. Madison Prep inbounding the ball here. And man, has that train come to a slow roll when you look at the Chargers after that first half. Favorite driving in, Tingle on him. Give it to Nelson, who misses. Wildcats get a rebound.
Something they haven't seen all too much of this game. Having the height disadvantage on a lot of matchups.
Barrett for 3. It's good! Barrett from the corner. But a whistle's blown. Great look, great shot from Barrett. Technical foul on Barrett after that 3. Crowd not happy here. Barrett must have celebrated in a way the ref did not like. Favorite shooting a free throw here. One more. Chargers take the lead back after Barrett just tied it. Favorite misses the second. Great shot from Barrett, but got to keep your composure. You can't risk something like that happening where you get the technical foul, let the other team get an opportunity to score.
Untimely mistakes have been the story of this game.
Gardner, Womack on him. Favorite takes the 3. Off again for the Chargers. Womack has it, could have taken the shot there. Conrad takes it for him. It's good. Wildcats take their first lead of the second half. 37-35, 6 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. This is what we were talking about, Deshaun. Wildcats keeping their composure on offense for the most part. Stopping the Chargers on defense. And Wildcats back in the lead here.
It's really what you like to see. Wildcats playing hard defense all the time. It's how they win a lot of games so far this season. Womack with the contest and a tough mid-range shot right there from Gardner.
Great.
Timeout taken immediately. Scores now 37-37. We'll have the last 5 minutes and 53 seconds when we come back.
In 7th grade, my brother was a senior. He got me off the bus in a costume, and it got popular from there. And it got attention from Good Morning America, so we were featured on that. I've never been on a plane. Everywhere we've had to go, we've just driven there, so never been able to be on one yet. And the lie was I went to the 2019 National Championship, LSU versus Clemson.
Why do I love teaching at Central? We believe in the power of education to change lives. We're not just a school, we're a community that invests in its students and teachers. Collaboration isn't just encouraged, it's essential. Our main focus is to achieve our shared goals and make a meaningful impact on the world around us. Join us in the Central Community School System, where collaboration and growth are not just ideals, but a foundation of everything that we do.
Welcome back. 5 minutes, 53 seconds tie game here in the fourth quarter. Wildcats and Chargers. Max Tingle inbounding the ball here for the Wildcats. Dumps it into Womack. Womack immediately loses the ball. Cam Avery rips it from him. Unnecessary turnovers will be the death of this Wildcats team today if they can't come out with the win. And Nelson.
And a foul called on Kedrick Franklin after an awkward shot right there from Nelson Jr. I don't agree with the call. I believe he kicked his feet out. It's not really on Franklin if he doesn't have landing space.
Nelson at the line to shoot 2. It's off. There must be butter on the Madison Prep rim because their shots are not falling for the most part. Second free throw good. Conrad taking it up. Now Tingle. Franklin down low. Trying to find an open man is Conrad in the corner. Just off, but Franklin almost had the rebound.
Couldn't control it right there. Madison Prep comes up with it. Garner going to be working on JT.
Working off the screen. Dumping it in to Nelson, who misses. Madison Prep, another rebound. Garner, mid-range, off. Another rebound, Nelson here.
This is definitely a game where the Central Wildcats are missing Markel Sampson as well as Stephen Ronnell.
Both players unfortunately injured. Hopefully we'll be able to return in these next few weeks. Definitely needed for playoffs as Tingle gets the steal, immediately falls, gets the ball out to his teammate. That's Womack. And Womack fouled. Great play there from Tingle, able to keep the ball, get out to his teammate. Womack's fouled. Wildcats aren't in the bonus yet, so it will just be an inbounds as Scott Smith and Colin Verrett both come in here. A little bit of confusion here about
who's going to be taking the ball in.
Verrett will be taking it from the side of the court. Verrett, Conrad, now Tingle. Conrad, Womack, fakes it. Conrad, awkward shot, it's good! And the whistle! Jace, Conrad, bucket. 39-38, 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Conrad with a chance to take a 2-point lead here. And we are at the good part, folks. Wildcats rallying back. Madison Prep putting up a fight still. Conrad, best free throw shooter on the team. It's good.
Conrad really taking this game into control in this fourth quarter, hitting that three, and then now that floater.
Smith knocks the ball loose. Nelson dumps it into Garner. Aggressive layup and one for Garner, but Garner is still down on the floor. Landed a little hard there.
Hope he's all right. He shakes it off.
Blocking foul.
I believe called on Max Tingle. JT and Kedrick checks back into the game.
Garner, 2 shots here. Tie game at 40 apiece. Free throw off. Conrad taking it up slow. Makes a move, drives in. Finds Franklin. Franklin takes the 3. Off. Ball ricochets off the backboard. And
Favorite
Madison
drives
Prep
in
with
on
the
Conrad.
lob. Awkward lob there, bounced off the rim. And
Timeout call by Madison Prep. They want to talk things over to get their offense in order. Scores 40-40. We'll be back.
Why do I love teaching at Central? We believe in the power of education to change lives. We're not just a school. We're a community that invests in its students and teachers. Collaboration isn't just encouraged, it's essential. Our main focus is to achieve our shared goals and make a meaningful impact on the world around us. Join us in the Central Community School System, where collaboration and growth are not just ideals, but a foundation of everything that we do. Your future is Central.
I can break dance. I was Michael Myers for Halloween last year. And baseball was the first sport I ever played.
a little bit of confusion going on the court. Brett with the inbounds. Thomas slings it all the way to Conrad. Smith goes off of his hands. Unfortunate there for the Wildcats, and Scott Smith would have been a great cushion there, 4-point lead, but couldn't get it done. Madison Prep, Landon Epps fouled under the rim.
Going back to that last turnover by the Wildcats, Scott Smith, he probably should have just let it sail out of bounds after it was tipped by the Madison Prep defense. Would have saved us a possession and likely this foul.
First free throw, good. Keithan Womack coming in here for Scott Smith. Second shot, chance to tie. It's off. Franklin gets the rebound. Awkward pass. Verrett almost loses it. Kept control, thankfully. Verrett almost gets poked. Conrad driving in. Takes it up. Bounces out. Put back good. Kedrick Franklin. Wildcats lead by 3. 1 minute remains. Madison Prep backed into a 3-point corner. Nelson, 3-ball good. What a shot from William Nelson Jr. to tie this game up as Conrad brings it up. Thomas, 40 seconds remaining. Franklin, layup. Just
Almost
ball.
gets the and one call right there. Wildcats really looking for that one.
Franklin, 2 free throws, 2 chances to take the lead here for the Wildcats with only 34 seconds remaining in the game.
Timeout call by Madison Prep. We'll be back.
So I did drive my dad's truck around the neighborhood when I was 6. I actually drove in the ditch. I was in the movie called All Styles, and I didn't dunk in the Smoothie King Arena.
I started breakdancing when I was 7 years old. Michael Myers is my favorite Halloween movie, so I was him for Halloween last year. Baseball was the first sport I watched, but it was not the first one I played.
And we're back after the timeout. Kedrick Franklin will shoot 2 from the line here. 34 seconds remaining on the clock. 44-44, it is all tied up. Franklin, 50% free throw shooter. Whistle blows early. And it's a foul.
I believe a technical
on
foul
Garner.
being assessed on Garner. Maybe the ref just giving him a warning.
Free throws off. That's big.
Really needed both of those right here to ensure that Wildcats can't lose off of a feed on the inside, though. Nelson Jr.
Franklin, second one's good. Madison Prep bringing the ball up now. Got to ask the question, you think they're going to use all the time here?
Or do they look for the best available shot? Garner drives in, misses it, rebound, and it's a jump ball situation with Conrad and the possession arrow.
I believe the possession arrow points for Central. Tingle coming in here for Smith, and it does. Tingle inbounding the ball here for the Wildcats. 20 seconds remaining. Gotta believe the Chargers gonna foul here. Get your best free throw shooter. Get your best free throw shooter the ball. Both teams using the whistle to their opportunity to catch their breath, figure out a strategy.
If you're the Wildcats right here, you have some timeouts left. If you can't get the ball in safely, you shall use it.
Ball gets into Conrad.
But before the ball was even in play, timeout Coach Osborne. We'll be back after this.
And we're back after the timeout. Wildcats chance to run another inbounds play. Verrett inbounding the ball this time. Find Conrad, immediately fouled. Both teams in the bonus. So that means Jace Conrad will be shooting 2 free throws here.
That was a nice out-of-bounds play drawn up by Coach Osborne. All players on the court were lined up as almost wide receivers. Conrad nails the first one.
Second one good. Jace Conrad, ice in his veins, extends the Wildcat lead to 3. Best Madison Prep can do is tie. 16 seconds remaining.
Likely looking for the last, if not best shot. Never
Awkward
mind.
3, it's off. Rebound. Womack. Jump ball. Possession arrow, I believe, is Madison Prep. And another timeout here.
6.9 seconds. Coach looking up to draw up the best 3 possible.
And I believe we will stay here for this timeout. Only 7 seconds remaining.
Only shooting about 11% right now from 3. Madison Prep chances not looking too hot currently.
Weird shot there from West Favorite. Deep 3. Contested. The team has not been making their threes at a consistent rate at all this game. You would hope they'd find a more open look, but 7 seconds remain. And Deshaun, what would you do here if you were Madison Prep and then vice versa Central?
I believe you have to try to find William Nelson Jr. He did bake in that awkward-looking 3 from the top of the key earlier this game. But I believe he is your best shot at winning this game, even if it is in the low post and fouling again to try for a quick foul.
Wildcats, of course, need to watch number 1 option. And then, most importantly, no open looks. Clutch time, nerves are high. You got to make sure they get the roughest shot possible. Force a 3. They haven't shown the ability to make it all game. And he took too long on the inbounds.
5-second violation called on Madison Prep. That was great defense right there from Central. Madison Prep with no more timeouts. The most they can do is foul quickly. Hope the Wildcats miss both free throws and chuck up a shot from almost half.
Refs talking to the scorer's table for a moment. Wildcats want to get it to Conrad. Instead, it's Thomas. Fouled, bonus. Thomas gets to take 2 free throws here. 5.1 seconds on the clock. Osborne keeping the rest of his players in the huddle. No threes, but it won't matter if Thomas makes this free throw. He doesn't. Jalen Thomas with a chance to put this game to rest. One shot, one opportunity. And it's good. 4-point lead, 5.1 seconds remaining. Chargers have to inbound the ball from their own hoop. Roll the ball to keep the clock from rolling. Send it to Favorite. Favorite launches the three. Off. And that is the game. Your Central Wildcats take down the Madison Prep Chargers 48-44 in an electric ending.
A great game from Jace Conrad. Has to be player of the game for this one.
All around excellent performance here by the Wildcats to end this game off. Performed when it mattered the most, and that was the fourth quarter. And final stats here, Wildcats 15 turnovers to the Madison Prep Chargers 11. Main reason Chargers were in here. Wildcats did win this game 48-44, not the Chargers. Wildcats 2-point percentage at 50, free throw percentage at 80, and 3-point miserably low for both teams, but Wildcats shooting 23 to the Chargers 10. Chargers making only one field goal from behind the 3-point line that entire game. But that's all from us. This has been Michael Wilbert and Deshaun Fields, and we will see you next time. Good night, everybody.